This is a Saturday Morning TVLog from Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. Welcome to another Saturday Morning TVLog, and this time around it's The Lion King's Timon Pumbaa, brought to us by Disney. Greetings, my fellow YouTubers. I'm Doyle, the Big D to you. This is Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews, so this week's Saturday Morning TVLog is The Lion King's Timon Pumbaa, a buddy comedy animated series produced by Disney, which premiered a year after the success of The Lion King. The show came to CBS on September 16th, 1995, from which a week before this, it originally premiered in syndication. Now let's see. Yeah, from which that was actually airing on Fridays and not on weekdays like the other Disney afternoon shows were. Now then, this of course is an animated spin-off featuring the titular characters the Meerkat and Warthog as they continue to live by their problem-free philosophy of Hakuna Matata. Now, compared to most other Lion King media, the tone of the series is more slapstick comedy oriented. Now, Ernie Sabella reprised his role as Pumbaa for the show's entire run, while Nathan Lane only reprised his role as Timon in 10 episodes and what have you, but I'll get to his replacement voice actors later on. It was is notably the first Lion King related media to feature on-screen appearances by humans, as humans did not appear in the film and direct-to-video follow-ups, and also the first of two television series to be based on the film, the other, of course, being The Lion Guard, which came out in 2016. Now, let's see. Now, two of the producers of the series, well, for its syndicated and CBS run, Bob Ganaway and Tony Craig would later work on other Disney series, which would all be going to ABC because, well, I'll get to that in a moment as well. Like the 101 Dalmatians series, House of Mouse, and the Lilo and Stitch series. Now, it ran for actually an overall total for 3 seasons. The third season aired on Toon Disney when it actually came out, where the series was now produced by Chris Barman and Blair Peters with Ted and Patsy Cameron Anasti, who recently worked on DuckTales and the Little Mermaid TV series, serving as executive producers. Now then, each week, Timon and Pumbaa are bringing to us a lot of funny humor and really crazy hystericalness. Now, this show takes place after the events of the first film. Timon and Pumbaa continue to live according to the Hakuna Matata lifestyle as they venture beyond the Pride Lands in search for wild, wacky adventures. The series involves the characters having misadventures in different settings, including the jungles of Africa, Canada, Italy, Spain, the UK, and even the US. Whereas the show focuses on the titular characters, 4 episodes center respectively on Rafiki and the hyena trio of Shenzi, Banzai, and Ed, named Rafiki Fables and the Laughing Hyenas, and 2 episodes are focused on Zazu. Simba makes appearances in some episodes and often accompanying Timon Pumbaa. Anyway, the series had ended in September of 1999 after a total of 85 episodes were produced and aired. Each episode had like 2 cartoons and or maybe 3 depending on what you were watching. It had an overall total of 171 segments that were produced. Now, of course, Hakuna Matata serves as the show's theme song. Now, this show can be a wee bit puzzling. Now, the first season had 25 episodes that were produced. The 13 of them were shown in syndication, while CBS aired 12 of them. Whereas there was a total of 50 cartoon segments that were produced and aired overall for that season. The second season had an overall total of 40 segments produced that were overall, as 13 episodes aired in syndication, while CBS only aired 8. Then when it went to Toon Disney, 78 overall segments were produced over the course of the final 39 episodes. Now then, for our voice acting cast, aside from Nathan Lane, when he left, Quentin Flynn took over for the rest of his season 1 run. Most people would know Flynn from voicing Raiden in the Metal Gear series, as well as Leah and Axel in Disney's own Kingdom Hearts series. I think that name does sound familiar. Yes, he would later be the second voice of Johnny Quest in The Real Adventures of Johnny Quest, as a matter of fact. Now, of course, I've already mentioned Pumbaa's once again voiced by Ernie Sabella, so he's still pretty good. Now, for the rest of the series run, Timon was later replaced by Kevin Shawn for the rest of the series run. He also worked on various other Disney projects as well. But there's probably so many, including the Lion Guard series. He once again voiced Timon for that series, as a matter of fact. I've never actually watched it though, but at least I know of that show. Now for the rest of the series, in the Lion King alumni as they appear. Now Cam Clark takes on the role of Simba for this series. He would later go on to provide a singing voice for The Lion King 2 Simba's Pride. Zazu is now voiced by Edward Hibbert, who of course would later provide his voice in Lion King 2 and The Lion King 1.5 as well. Now, also, for the hyenas, Shenzi is voiced by Tress MacNeille, who of course was already well known for working on other Disney tunes like Rescue Rangers and other series. Also doing voices for Animaniacs and Tiny Toon Adventures. Banzai was now voiced by Rob Paulsen, also of the latter 2 series and the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But Ed, however, once again was done by Jim Cummings for his laughter and what have you. Ernie Sabella also voices the character of Mole, of a mole named Gopher, not to be confused with the character from the New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh and the Winnie the Pooh franchise Disney gave us. He's a Chief Lieutenant Azazu. The only person who did return for the movies was Robert Gilliam, who once again voices Rafiki. Now, there were supporting characters that included Speedy, who was voiced by Coy Byrne, a laid-back blue snail who can talk and sing. Fred, voiced by S. Scott Bullock, a maniacal meerkat who is an old friend of Timon, who really pulls off practical jokes. Boss Beaver, voiced by Brad Garrett, who of course would soon be was already well known for doing some voice acting, especially for Hanna-Barbera's hit Two Stupid Dogs. He also would go on to appear as one of the big stars on CBS's Everybody Loves Raymond. Boss Beaver is a stereotypical beaver whose life philosophy is the exact opposite of Hakuna Matata. And Erwin, voiced by Charlie Adler, who of course did voice acting work in numerous tunes like Tiny Toon Adventures, Brave Star, Paddington Bear, the Hanna-Barbera series, of course, and lots of others. a dimwit accident prone penguin whose bad luck seems to be terribly contagious. There's also some bad guys, antagonists. Quint, voiced by Corey Burton, who is the human archenemy, and he's actually the main antagonist. He is a man of many disguises, and his role varies from episode to episode. Toucan Dan, voiced by Jeff Bennett, and he's a toucan, of course, being a sly con artist, and always manages to trick the titular characters into helping him in his schemes and cons. Chitata and Chitato, voiced by Rob Paulson and Jim Cummings, pair of sociopath cheetahs who hunt their prey. And they're easily enemies of both Timon Pumbaa and the hyenas. Mr. Bear, voiced by Jim Cummings. He has a very short temperament who Timon and Pumbaa often run into with, and can be quite menacing and dangerous. The three natives, voiced by Jeff Bennett. They're a trio of natives who are really university students. Their chief is also a university student and usually proceeds what he says with Bangala Bangala. And Little Jimmy, voiced by Joe Alaskey, whom that same year would voice Stinky in Casper. He recently voiced various other Looney Tunes characters, and also he was also well known for playing Uncle Beano in the 80s sitcom Out of This World. Anyway, now I will say this was pretty funny and what have you, but I haven't watched this in a long time now. I know the series is currently on Disney Plus, but I just didn't feel like rewatch it. But I do have a little respect for this series. The animation production was done by a consortium of overseas studios, not just from Disney, but lots of other studios. So anyway, yeah. There's also some fun. There's also some music and what have you throughout this episode. So apparently you'll hear a few music bits and what have you. Now the show has not actually been released on DVD, but it was released on video cassette in numerous forms. One, two, three. There were 6 overall video cassette releases here in the U.S. Now, but however, they did get released on video cassette, laserdisc, VOCD, and DVD internationally with 3 different titles. Anyway, now of course, the series is currently available on Disney Plus. If you'd like to check it out, I think you'll enjoy if you've never seen it. Like I said, I've seen a little bit of it, but unfortunately, I had trouble trying to get in our affiliate for that carried the Disney Plus, which was the upcoming UPN network. And unfortunately, our CBS affiliate wasn't carrying that on at the time because of the news being on. But anyway, after this, it would go on to win numerous Emmy Awards and get nominated for even Annie Awards and Golden Globe Awards. So, oh yeah, and also it got a video game spin-off in Timon and Pumbaa's Jungle Games for the SNES and the PC, which was Microsoft Windows. The Windows version was released a few months after the series had premiered in 1995. 2 years later, a Super Nintendo port followed. Just unfortunately, right before the Super Nintendo became extinct. But I think you'll know who the characters are when you see them. But I probably won't show you the rest of them, but you'll know who they are when you see them. So overall, I think Timon and Pumbaa is a pretty funny series, and I think you'll like it. If you're into The Lion King, or if you're just big fans of Timon and Pumbaa, I'd say give this show a shot. A real fun experience. So what did you think of The Lion King's Timon and Pumbaa? Let me know in the comments section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Continue to help support my channel. Make it grow, make the views grow. And we'll have another video coming up soon. So if you like this, consider checking out my reviews of two of the Lion King films themselves. In the upper left-hand corner is my re-review of the original from 1994. The upper right-hand corner is my review of the Lion King 1.5, which came out to video a decade after that. Or if you'd like, check out my Saturday Morning TVLog of the Little Mermaid animated series, which CBS had recently aired, and I say that had just been canceled before, well, right at the time this premiered. And that show came out in 1992. And the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., as well as the Saturday Morning TVLog, then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching, and next week's Saturday Morning TVLog is Rainbow Bride. So until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.